Number 21 is the original site for the First Pentecostal Church of Newton, located at 905 Kaufman, John G. Bingham, Tract 225. It was built in 1929. It is a wood frame structure on pier and beam. Sister Melissa Weed now tells about her church.
Just a little history on Newton First United Pentecostal Church. Sad to say, we have lost so much history through the years from precious saints that have passed on. I'm sure in that day there were many exciting Holy Ghost-filled brush arbor meetings in Newton. According to deed records, in 1929, a piece of land was purchased along Caney Creek and the First Pentecostal Church was built with a parsonage for the pastor. Unlike it stands today, the side rooms were added on years later and some remodeling. Eventually, the parsonage was torn down. In 1953, some property was donated by a timber company near the church, and a new parsonage was built. In 1953, First Pentecostal Church had accepted the Articles of Faith and discipline of, and in fellowship with, and under the advice and protection of the United Pentecostal Church, and was changed to First United Pentecostal Church. In or about 1999, the church name was changed to Apostolic Tabernacle. In 2018, the church voted to change the name back to First United Pentecostal Church as it is today. First United Pentecostal Church of Newton had many great revivals at the edge of Caney Creek, but it seemed like the Caney Creek waters would flood us out often. The church property on Loop 505 was eventually sold. God blessed the church with property on Highway 190 West, where a new church was built on higher ground.
Sister Weed mentioned that the congregation started out as a brush arbor meeting. The congregation would set a date to begin a revival and get the word out for the people to come. The men would cut down trees to make a frame and use the limbs for the roof. The revival could last for weeks. Because so many people came to hear the word, be baptized in Caney Creek, and to be healed, it was decided to organize the congregation and build a church. As you can see in the sketch of the church, the original building did not have the side rooms. They were added in the 1950s. Sister Weed mentioned the congregation decided to move to another location because Caney Creek kept flooding the property. The picture of the flooded church was taken in the 1980s. In 2003, the First United Pentecostal congregation moved to its new location on Highway 190 West. The last picture of this church was taken in 2019. It is now home to the Inner Court Evangelistic Ministries. The Newton County Historical Commission wants to thank you for taking this driving tour. We hope you enjoyed seeing the architecture of these homes and churches, as well as learning about some of the families and people who were contributors in making the city of Newton what it is today. Please be sure to visit our History Center and Museum located at Site Number 1. It is open Monday through Friday, 10 to 2, with the exception of county holidays. It is also open on Homecoming Saturday in October. The museum gift shop has several Newton County souvenirs, as well as the publication and calendars mentioned by the driving tour narrators. Again, thank you for taking this tour.